Hello, I'm Jessica. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing the clear planner pouch from Sewn Ideas using jelly vinyl and clear vinyl. This was fun. It came out so good. It's so pretty. This vinyl, you guys, from Lauren Mormino, if you haven't gotten the chance to get this, you have to get it. I got lucky for once. I never get the new releases because I'm slow. But anywho, yesterday I got these pretty tags. I don't know if you can see them, but this is perfect for this. The only thing is I wish I had different zipper pulls, but the hearts, it works. It looks pretty good. So anyway, this is from Sewn Ideas, and this is the clear planner pouch. The original pattern is used with quilting cotton or vinyl or cork, whatever you want to use on the pattern. But this one, I decided I really wanted to try out jelly vinyl and the clear vinyl, and it turned out awesome. So you have a giant pocket in here. You have a clear pocket on both sides of this bag. It's just the best bag. You can use this for your art, for sewing notions, a makeup pouch, traveling pouch. I mean, you could use it for anything, crayons, anything for your kids. It worked out so good, and I can't wait to make more. So thank you so much to Sewn Ideas for allowing me to use your pattern on my channel. This was so fun to make. I hope you guys make this and tag me on Instagram so I can see it. I don't know what else to say besides this is so awesome. This is so fun. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go over the vinyl that we're gonna need to make the clear planner pouch using jelly vinyl and the clear vinyl. If you are interested in making the clear planner pouch using quilting cotton and some vinyl, you can check out Jessica Ogleroot's YouTube channel. I believe she has a tutorial for this. All right, so for the jelly vinyl, I'm gonna be using this blue frosted jelly. This is from Wonderground Fabrics. You will probably need an entire roll of this. I used all of it up until there's probably about this much left of it, including some scraps. So I would say you need a whole roll of this. And then I've got this pretty clear vinyl from Lauren Mormino. I was so excited to get this. I usually miss out on getting stuff, which is fine. I know eventually it will come out. But for the clear vinyl, I don't know if you can see this, but this is all you use for the clear vinyl. So you don't need much of that. I'll go ahead and close this up. If you're able to catch this on Lauren Mormino's website when it releases next, make sure you get it because it is so pretty. All right, let's move on. For the clear planner pouch using all jelly vinyl and vinyl, I did have to do some math and change up a couple of things. I will let you know what they are, and I'll try to remember to put them in the description box below. For the zipper tabs, instead of cutting out 3 strips, you'll end up subcutting these, and you're gonna have a total of 12 for the initial pattern, but for this one, you'll need 10 cuts. You'll need 3 zippers. You'll cut the other 2 according to the pattern, but the one for the top of the panel, the main zipper, I did change that a little bit. I want to cut a 12-inch zipper for the top. Make sure that you keep the other 2 separate, or remember which one is which. The top for the vinyl pocket, you're going to cut 4 strips. I did make them 1/2 inch wide by what the dimensions are in the pattern. So make sure you follow the pattern to get the right dimensions from your length. So it's going to be 1/2 inch wide for that. And you'll cut 4 strips. For your vinyl pocket, you're going to need 2 cuts of your clear vinyl. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so excited. Okay. I wish I had some rose zipper pulls. I don't have any. Boo. But I'll be using some rainbow hearts. I think that'll be just fine. Who doesn't like rainbow hearts? All right, for the outer bottom, you're gonna need 2 cuts of this. Now I did change the dimensions a little bit on here. You'll want to cut it out to the width, to the length, excuse me, to the length that is in the pattern. And then I did trim off 1/2 inch wide, so that this fits the, what is it called? The lining piece. So again, I cut off 1/2 inch from the top to bottom, not lengthwise. So make sure you look at the pattern to get the dimensions for your length. All right, and then you're gonna need 2 cuts for the outer top pieces. I didn't change any dimensions for that. It does call for a key ring strap. I'm not doing one of those. That's optional. And also the lining for the vinyl pocket, I'm not doing that as well because we're doing all vinyl. So don't even worry about that. And then you're gonna need 2 cuts of your inside vinyl. I did not change any dimensions on this either, so you'll want to cut this according to the pattern. And again, you'll need 2 cuts of this. This is probably everything that you're going to need to make this clear planner pouch. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. You're going to need tons of clips. I also have the hair clips I love to use. They're actually at my table right now, but tons of these. You'll need some scissors. You're going to need some pinking shears, and if you don't have those, that's fine. You could always cut little triangles or little slits in the corners. I'm going to be using Tex 45 Weight Fairy Floss from Wizardry Stitchery. This stuff is so good. I think it's everyone's favorite. If you don't have any, highly recommend. You're going to need some little snips for those little threads. You're going to need a vinyl marking tool. I've got a lighter, but I also have this little guy that I like to use. It's a thread burner. Sometimes the batteries in this doesn't last very long, so I admit I've already gone through a couple. So hopefully it works today, and if it does not, I've got my handy lighter here. You're gonna need some double-sided tape, a lot of this, probably something that doesn't gum up your needle. This is washable tape. It's by Dritz. It's great. It works great and nothing gums up the needle. I'm going to be using a size 16 needle. That seems to work really well with this. A 1x6 inch ruler. I'm going to be using my beautiful tag that's by the Heartwood and Hide. I highly recommend the Heartwood and Hide. If you have not gotten tags made yet, yes, you'll probably want to go ahead and get on the list, but they are worth the wait. And then I've got this handy tool to help me line up my my bag tag on all those 4 little dots. I don't know if you can see it, but there's 4 little dots right there, and you mark the 4 dots and you just place your tag right on top of the 4 dots and you can get it on straight. Even though I use this, I still managed to get my bag tag on not very straight. Oh well. And then I have this pretty thing that just came in the mail today, the Sewn tags. I don't know if you can see that, but pretty as a rose. It came from Lauren Mormino. Literally got this in the mail. So excited to use that. I bet you I will forget to use it though. All right, I think that's it. The first thing I'm gonna start off with are the zippers. I've already got my zipper tabs here. For the jelly and vinyl version of this bag, you'll make sure to have 10 of these tabs here. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the main zipper, which is on the top, and I'll grab 2 of these, and I'm going to take them long side. The shorter end we're gonna fold in half, and what we're gonna do is place this zipper into the fold, and then we will clip it, and then we're gonna sew it together. And we're gonna do this for both sides. So again, we're gonna take it the long way. We're gonna fold this in half, and then we'll have the zipper end go into the fold. And then we will clip this down. Try to make sure that your ends here, those raw edges, meet each other. If they don't, it's gonna be fine. You're not gonna notice really. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew along the raw edge, and then I'm gonna sew one more line along the fold just to give it extra security on the zipper. All right, and this is what we should have for the top zipper. We're gonna go ahead and set this aside for now, and then we're gonna have the other two zippers, and we're gonna grab the other zipper tabs, and there's gonna be 2 zipper tabs on each end. So what we're gonna do is grab 2 of them. So sorry if you hear my dog barking. He's ready to go to bed. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay one down in the center on the bottom. So your zipper will be right side up, and then the jelly band will be on the back. And then you're gonna take another one, and you're going to place it right on top and sandwich your zipper. And it doesn't really matter if it's not super straight. You wanna try to get it straight, but if it gets a little wonky, it's okay, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna flip this and top stitch it, and then we're gonna end up trimming it down to have it be the same size as your zipper, and then we're going to trim it to make the tab to be 3/4 of an inch tall. So don't worry about that if it gets a little wonky. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and sew this at 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, and now we're gonna take this and we're gonna take both of them and flip them up just like this, and then we're gonna top stitch this at 1/8 of an inch. Okay, now you're gonna take 2 more for the other end and do the same thing that we just did. So we're gonna sew 1/4 of an inch, and then we will flip them back and then top stitch at 1/8 of an inch. All right, now we're going to trim these down. Gonna grab a ruler, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna trim down the sides so that it matches the edge of your zipper. And then what we're gonna do is trim this to be 3/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure this at 3/4 of an inch. And then what I'm gonna do is just make a little slit here. And I'm just going to gently cut this off. You can mark it if you like, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side, and then we're going to put our tabs the same way on the zipper as we did with this one. Okay, so I went ahead and I trimmed all this down. This looks pretty good. So now what I'm gonna do is set these aside, and I'm gonna go ahead and trim these as well. This is your main zipper. You can go ahead and trim that to be the same size as your zipper tape. And if you want to, grab your lighter and just kind of singe all these threads so it looks nice and neat. You're not going to see them anyways, but well, I think you will actually on the inside of the bag. So you may want to just singe them so then we keep it nice and neat. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and grab our vinyl pockets, these two pieces right here, and then I'm going to grab two of those vinyl tops. I'm just going to call them an overlay. You're going to grab your double-sided tape here, and then also your zippers. You don't need the top zipper. You're going to go ahead and put that to the side for now. I did go ahead and mark the centers for this because we will need this whenever we put this on the main panels. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one at a time. I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to put double-sided tape on the very top of this panel. If I can figure out how to, it's actually sticking to the table, so that works out just fine. I'm putting it at the very top of this vinyl. That one is down, so now I'm going to go ahead and grab the other one and flip this one over and do the same thing on the top. Now that I have the tape on both of those, I am going to go ahead and put tape on both of these right down the center. Okay, so now we've got double-sided tape on both of our overlays, and then on both of these pocket panels, grab a zipper. I like to make sure that my zipper is closing to the left and opening to the right. If you prefer it the other way, then you'll want to flip it the other direction. So what I'm gonna do now is take off this tape. The paper, not the tape. I'm taking off the paper. That makes more sense, Jessica. Okay. I'm going to set this down right on top at the edge of this zipper tape. These edges should line up pretty good. If they don't, then you just want to have the zipper tape or your panel, whatever is bigger, just try to make it as centered as possible. And this again is just not, it's not sticking. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to baste this down, and then we'll take this and then we'll lay it over the top just like this, and we'll do that for both of these. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and baste this down. You want to make sure you move your zipper. Don't hit your zipper with your needle. That would not be good. Make sure to move that out of the way. So when you get close to it, you want to make sure to leave your needle down. You can press your foot up and then move your zipper out of the way. All right, just like that. That looks pretty good. So go ahead and grab one of these little guys, and we're going to take off the paper. If it wants to come off. Sorry guys, bear with me here. I don't know. It just does not. Oh. I want my other tape, but I ran out of the quarter inch, so I'm waiting for that to arrive. All right, so let's go ahead and put this down. I like to make sure I cover the top of this vinyl just a smidgen. And then you want to line up the edge on both sides and have it as straight as you can get it. You can lift it up and fix it as much as you want to. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top stitch a row on the top, and then I'll top stitch on the bottom. So we have two rows of stitching here. Remember, make sure to move that zipper out of the way. Ooh, that looks pretty. I love the blue with that. Okay, so we're gonna do the exact same thing. Whoops, I just lost my tape. We're gonna do the exact same thing to this panel. Okay, set that one aside, and then we will lay this on top like so, and then we're going to place this right on top, and we will sew this on. All right, let's get to that. Okay, so now we've got the two vinyl pockets ready for the, I believe next is we're gonna do the outer bottom. So go ahead and grab those pieces. You should have two of them. And what we're gonna do is you wanna grab your clips. I'm gonna grab, oops, a handful here, and I'm going to take this and clip. I'm going to put this at the bottom of the edge here, just to line it up, and then we're going to sew this together at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, so now we've got those stitched at a 1/4 inch. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and flip this down. So we want the seam to be behind the jelly vinyl. And then we're going to top stitch that at an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance on both of your panels. Okay, so this is what we should have now. You've got your panel, your pocket panel, and then the bottom all done here. Now we're gonna grab the two outer top pieces. We are going to take one of these and we're going to clip it on top of this zipper up here. And then we're going to sew this on at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. We want to make sure that we move the zipper out of the way. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take these top outer parts here, and we're going to flip this up so the seam is behind the jelly vinyl, just like we did on the bottom part here. And then we'll sew that, or top stitch that at a 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, sorry. So top stitching this at an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance on both of them. Okay, all right, so now we've got both of the top outer parts on. So there is our pocket panels. Those are all done. Okay, now we've got the panels done. So now what we're going to do is grab our inside lining pieces. There should be 2 of those. I went ahead and put on my bag tag. That looks really good. I always forget these sewn in tags. Once again, I forgot. So I'll just save this for another pretty bag. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to take our panel and then one of these, and we're going to clip them together, and we're going to baste all edges. Okay, and we're gonna do that for both of these panels. Clip them and baste them. Okay, if your lining is a little bit bigger than the panel, that's okay. We can trim it down. That's not a big deal. And then I forgot, I think what we need to do is round the edges, because with the vinyl, the corners may not poke out right with them, with the pointed edge. So I'm wondering, I think I'm gonna do it and curve the bottom. So let me find something with a curve. I'll use one of these. This is a pattern weight. Whoops, okay. Okay. I'm gonna grab a vinyl marking tool and just mark. This one may not be working. Is it working? Okay, I can kind of see that. So you want to do that on all 4 edges, just to, I think that's going to be easier. So go ahead and baste around all 4 edges of both of your panels. I rounded this one, but I went to the corner on this one. I don't know. I don't know why I do what I do sometimes. Okay. I went ahead and made marks for the center earlier, and I also made little teeny tiny snips, yeah, up here at the top of both of these panels. So if you haven't done that, you might want to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get my double-sided tape out, which I dropped somewhere. I'm going to put it on my tape here. My zipper tape, I'm going to line both sides of the zipper tape. All right, I'm going to go ahead and rip off this paper. And I'm going to take this and line up those center marks that I made. I gotta find it. It was so tiny. There it is. Oh boy, it's really small. Okay. Right here. I'm gonna turn it just a little bit so I can see. That looks better. Okay. I am going to sew this on. Make sure you move your zipper out of the way. Now I'm only going to sew from this zipper tab to the other zipper tab. I'm not going to go any farther than that. And you know what, I think I will put the overlays because I just thought that I could put my tag, my sewn in tags, right? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it on the other side though. Okay, so I'm gonna get my sticky tape and put this down the center of both. I'm going to lay this on top as straight as I can get it, lining up with the edges here. Now I'm going to sew both long edges at 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. Move your zipper out of the way. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing with the other side. All right, this is what you should have. So what we're going to do is the final step. I finally got it on here. It looks so good. Pretty as a rose. That's so pretty. This vinyl is really pretty. This turns out really well so far. So go ahead and move your zippers in the middle so we don't hit anything. What we're going to do is we're going to put your panels right sides together. You're going to match up the top, all the edges. We're going to sew this at 3/8 of an inch. And you want to do the rounded corners. I will probably sew a second row of stitching just to give it some stability. And then we will turn it right side out and we'll be all done. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take some pinking shears and I'm just going to trim those edges with the pinking shears. If you don't have pinking shears, you can cut snips if you want to in those corners. You just don't want to snip the stitches that you just made. And if you'd like to trim anywhere else, you can go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to turn this bag right side out. Look at that, it's so pretty. I'm gonna work at these edges a little bit more. I think maybe they just need to be warmed up. But other than that, oh my gosh, isn't that just the cutest? This is gonna be the perfect bag to use for anything. You could do anything with this bag. Oh, look, it's so pretty. Oh gosh, this just came out so cute. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna work on this a little bit more. So I guess I'll go ahead and end this right here. You guys, if you make this into the jelly and clear vinyl, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see what you make. It's at hashtag Jessica, Grace, and Bacon. I hope you enjoyed this video. If at any point you liked this video, please give it a like. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh gosh, I just love it so much. My daughter's probably gonna ask me to keep this. All right, don't worry about these corners. If they don't end up perfect, maybe we need a wider circle down at the bottom or maybe more snips. I'm not sure, but like I said, I'm gonna get a hairdryer and try to work that out. But other than that, it's so pretty. All right, guys, I can't wait to see yours, and I'll see you on the next one.